Okay, I'm going to attempt to do my first video post to show you our caravan. There's the Jayco sign. Just standing outside at the moment. Got the annex up, by the way. Got the annex up while we're in Canberra because we're here for a week, so that gives us lots of extra space. Just coming in the annex door. You can see this is kind of the outdoor living area. The play area and whatever's required. We were really pleased when we put all the annex up and found that we had a nice big window. But you know, we weren't actually 100% sure what we'd have in the way of windows, and the canvas that's rolled up the top there can actually be stretched out to make a little outdoor veranda type area, obviously on a side a bit bigger than this one. We're in a fairly big caravan park, so the sites are sort of all moved in. That's the door to the caravan. Just going to move in here. To the left you've got kind of a lounge come dining area, and up that end is the queen size bed. My farm boy and I are sleeping at the moment. Mattress was a bit hard, so we had to go and get ourselves a foam overlay to put over the top. But I think we're all set now. Plenty of overhead cupboards up the top. Surprising actually, like they're not very big cupboards, but it's amazing what you fit in them. And that's the pot top section that comes down when we're moving. We found those quite handy towel rails as well. Okay, here's the kitchen. We're at a very cycle air conditioner there. This is to the right of the door now, so you've got the sink with a fitted chopping board, and I'll show you a little secret. I haven't actually done the dishes yet. Isn't that cool? That's very fly lady. Hide your dishes so your sink looks good. Microwave. We opted for a little bit bigger fridge. The standard one in these caravans was just a little bit lower. It didn't carve a lot of room, but I was really pleased. We didn't get to see one of these, we just took the risk, but the guy said to us that it would only be like a half freezer. I like the smaller ones, but it's really good. Like you can see, I've got a packet of mixed veggies in there, so I'm going to fit a few things in the freezer, which will be quite handy. Fridge packed full because I'm not used to such a small fridge. And then this is the other end. This is just a double bed, and at the moment we've actually fitted all 3 kids on the double bed. They're quite excited because you can close the curtains and they've got their own bedroom. The plan is to possibly put one of them either on the couch or in the annex, but at the moment that's working well and we're really happy with that. Then you've got a wardrobe with quite a bit of wardrobe space in it, which we've naturally filled, particularly with all our jackets and stuff. When we do our Queensland trip, we'll hopefully won't need quite as warmer clothes, so that'll help. And this is the other side of the kitchen. I've got corned beef cooking on the stove at the moment. I don't know if I can show you without making you dizzy. That's my dream pot down there on the floor. Just waiting for the corned beef to start its cooking, and then I'll stick it in there and that'll finish cooking through the day. So we've used that a couple of times now and that's working really well. We particularly like that when we're travelling. While we were travelling over here a couple of times, I think I did baked potatoes in it one day and spaghetti bolognese the next day, and oh, it's great to pull up and have tea ready, that's for sure, after a long day of travelling. So back to the stove. The stove is mostly gas. I've never cooked with gas before, so that's been a bit of a learning curve, but it's fantastic, I love it. And we've just got one element there for if we run out of gas, so it gives us a multi-option. And of course my Puro water. I think I've become a bit of a water snob, but that's really we tried a different water when we couldn't get that one and it just didn't taste very good at all, so it's no good if you can't have nice water, I reckon. this cupboard here. It's like a little pantry. It's fabulous. It's amazing what you fit in these cupboards. I was really worried we wouldn't have enough space for when we do our trip, but so far everything's fitting really well. I'm really wrapped. Should be no problems at all. They've put a pot drawer in here, so took us a bit of time to find some melamine plates and stuff, but in the end I managed to find some that match the navy blue that we've used in the trimmings, so that was really cool. And that is pretty much it. We're back to the door there. A few more cupboards. That bottom one's got all the essential things like my computer and the video camera. Got to take the most important stuff with me, don't I? And back to that lounge area. Like I was saying before, we chose this model because that lounge is big enough to put one of the kids on it if we need to. And actually, Layton actually had croup the first, well, not the first couple of nights, but a couple of nights while we were in the coldest part in the Snowy Mountains. So we actually put him there. Just was a little bit warmer than sleeping with the canvas around him. And that is pretty much it, folks. So I hope you've enjoyed the little tour and that you can picture a little bit of what it's like in our Jayco Expanda Caravan.